Hi, all, it's me, Justine, and welcome back to Investigative Sophism. Now, let me dive into today's topic, which is a very broad topic, or it can seem like a very broad topic, of self-image. Yes, but what I wanted to talk about today more specifically is the self-image that we might sometimes feel a little bit of pressure to form, specifically on social media, which is still a very broad topic, I understand. But so, why am I recording this? I've been thinking about it for some time now, for very personal reasons. Because I'm a person. No, because I have two projects that are quite different. So this project, Investigative Sophism, it's on mental health, kind of coaching, mindfulness, just me sharing the tools that I find very useful and I want everyone to have. But then I have another one, which is called The Exploding Head, and that's on politics, on different kinds of oppression, U.S. foreign policy. It's much more, I don't want to say serious, but it's, different themes than this one. And so for both of them, for years now, or some years, I've been sort of navigating, what's the image I want to form, obviously what's the tone, what I want to talk about that I have to define for myself, but like how much of the real me and like which parts do I want to show. And some parts I feel like it took me now years to really start opening up and showing, because there was a more defined image in my head before. It's like I have to be a certain way. I have to talk maybe in a certain voice because that's how others are doing it, That comparison we really literally cannot escape, especially for a little bit on social media. So always that navigation, right? I mean, you don't have to have like some established, projects where you're bringing slightly different parts of yourself to, but I think that navigation, it's very difficult to escape in general. So for me, I've been pushed more into that because these are continuous projects and I'm sort of checking in with myself, how I'm feeling. Am I being like the me that I want to be? What is the me that I want to be? So a lot of questions, a lot of reflections, and kind of navigating constantly between the pressure to want to form a certain image, and then just being the authentic me, that I am, and bringing the voice, bringing something that only I can bring, because I'm the one creating it. Just like someone else, what he or she is doing, only they can do that, because it's their thing, it's their creative project. So I'm still navigating it, right? And I wanted, and it's not easy, but I want to share a couple of things. And one is like a really nice thing I've just discovered, and I love it. And it's a concept not by me at all, by someone much, much wiser, a man I really like, Seth Godin. So I'll share that way to reframe that navigation with you. But also wanted to say and I think about it a lot these days, especially, I kind of had a very nice reminder when I was younger. I was in my mid-20s, a reminder or just a very nice thought about kind of image and how we frame ourselves and the limitations of that. So I was in this film project here in Brazil, where I'm now, and it was amazing. Like one of the things I've studied, it was film studies. So finally, years later, I got a chance to see how professional movies are made, from the inside. It was amazing. And the character I played is one of the main characters, but in a mini TV series, so it's only half an hour of an episode, but still an amazing experience. And of course, I was noticing that, this character, first of all, very much not me, and this character feels very limiting. And I thought, well, of course it feels limiting, because you as a person, as this huge container, you cannot be represented somehow, all of you, by a character. I mean, if you're a professional actor, with your wonderful experience and you have like a bigger project, you will probably make that character seem like a real person, and that's great. But no character, no character can, show your real you and show it somehow completely. So you better relax, because that's just not possible. man, the same goes for, various introductions on, media sites, whatever. Quickly introduce yourself. Ooh, good luck. I don't like introductions. Obviously, by default, they're very reductive, just like a movie role. So I was kind of given this really cool tip, very indirectly, to relax about it, because no one single project is gonna reveal to people how you really am. In my case, like how silly I can be, or how serious suddenly, how much I care. Many good and bad things, right? Like, of course, no one single project can reveal that to people, and it's also okay. If you don't show how you are completely somehow in a 10-minute video, like, of course, you're a real human being. You cannot do that. So I think that sort of relaxation is a good thing as well. And I need that as a constant reminder that you cannot, like, this is how I am. No one single thing can show people how you are. Even if you're a really nice, lovely person. Isn't it nice that, oh, there's more to me than a 10-minute video? Of course. So once again, I think that relaxation can be very good. But as well, that really cool framework that I just got. I was watching an interview with Seth Godin, a man I really like, an author, a blogger, just a lovely man. I know he's done a lot, so I don't know how long his description should be to do justice to him, but I'm linking also in the description of this episode of this video, I'm linking to some of his interviews. I think you really love them. And what I'll do now, I'll try to simplify, potentially oversimplify what he was saying. But so in one of the interviews, he wasn't talking about, image or, the image we're trying to form per se, but it was a similar topic. And what he gave us, really, to us, the listeners, is a different concept that I thought was great and that can help us navigate all this messy life in better and healthier, I think, ways. So he talked about the concept of a promise. That it's not just, or it's not, oh, this is, how I am, like I'm forming this image, but it's more about, if you work with me, if we, are in some, maybe like professional capacity, I'm, with you there, or, whatever the role there will be, how I'm going to show up, what energy I'm going to bring, how will I work, how will I treat you? These are promises. And I can choose what promises I make and hopefully deliver on. And I thought that was so much better than an image, like what I or someone else is trying to form. Like, what is the promise? Oh, if, you work with me, if you let me coach you, whatever, like, this is how it's going to be. Like, this is my promise. This is going to show up. These are my values, right? This is going to work with you. Not about the specifics, the outcomes, the production units. No, but how I'm going to show up. And at least this is what I got from what he was saying, or I really liked that part. So I'm taking it and sharing it. And I thought that was just beautiful and brilliant. And obviously he talks a lot about creativity, and his books really helped me to just start creating more, really how to open those gates, so gates of fear and perfectionism, which is still fear. And obviously when he talks about the creative process itself, he and many others, say that, of course, by default, if it's a creative process, you don't know the outcome, you don't know the result. But what you can control is how you show up, is how much work you put in, is how often you sit down and write, a blog post, whatever. That's what you can control, but the rest you cannot. So this is where your promise can lie. If I'm connecting the dots of what he was saying, years ago and now. And I love it. I think it's just a better way to look at things. Healthier, more empowering even, I would say. And talking about empowerment, it is all about having new frameworks and finding new tools and seeing more options in how we can navigate things. And I think this, in terms of how do I navigate my image, how I show up, that's a great framework. I think it's so empowering. It's so nice. And it has that lightness around it. It's not some grim tool to use. It's a very nice, I'd say, liberating concept. So I hope that's how you see it too. I hope you check out the videos as well, the interviews. You get more inspired and maybe more light in a way too. So thank you for being here. I'm closing my video. But seriously, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time for yourself. Thank you for your constant search of new tools, new frameworks, and just new, healthier ways to navigate this life. That's a lot to navigate. Not easy. Also, if you find this interesting and useful, share with others who might need to hear it. That's what I'm doing now. That's why I'm recording this, because I want to share and say, oh my God, everyone should check this out. So thank you for being one of these people who are. And thank you for your time again. And I will see you soon.